Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today let's discuss the Deloitte QA automation testing interview questions. These are round one interview questions for initial selection, and the skill stack required for this job role is Selenium, Playwright, Rest Assured, BDD, framework level knowledge and automation testing knowledge. Guys, I have mentioned here Playwright, but they did not ask any questions on the Playwright here, and they might ask these questions in the next round. Okay, so these interview questions are for the experience ranging from 3 to 10 plus years of experience. Okay, let's get started. So here we have discussed interview questions along with answers on how to answer in the interview. Let's start. Okay, initially they asked manual testing interview questions to check your fundamentals. Let's get started. Okay. The first question goes like explain your current project roles and responsibilities. Uh, you can tell something related to your project based on the domain that you're working for, and if they ask for the responsibilities, you can give the answer like I work as a QA automation engineer where I design and execute test cases, automate regression scenarios using Selenium, validate APIs using any API testing tool, and automate them and ensure end-to-end quality. Okay, I also contribute and to helping in juniors to understand the functionality and collaborate with developers, report defects, and participate in agile ceremonies, which happens daily. Okay, so these are the key points that you can highlight in the interview for explain your roles and responsibilities and the current project interview question. Okay, the next question goes like, what is the severity and priority difference? Can you explain with a example? Okay, so the severity is nothing but impact of the bug, whereas priority defines urgency to fix the bug. Okay, for example, if there is a UI typo, it's a low severity but high priority because UI is the main screen. For example, the dashboard is the main screen. Okay, it doesn't impact any functionality, but it's a high priority. It's visible on the page. Okay, so this is how you can demonstrate the example to the interviewer. Okay, the next question goes like, what is STLC? You can define the answer like STLC is a software testing lifecycle. It includes requirement analysis, test planning, test case design, test execution, defect reporting, and test closure. Okay, the next question goes like, what's the difference between test case versus test scenario? The test scenario is a high level idea, whereas test case is a detailed steps with expected result. Okay, so this is how you can answer clearly. Next question goes like bug life cycle. So what's the stages in bug life cycle? You can tell them initially the bug will be in new state and then it will be moved to assigned and then open and then fixed if the issue is fixed. Else we move it to retest and then we move it to closed. Okay, so there are some other states like we can mark the bug as cancelled or duplicate or deferred. So based on the need, we'll move the bug status accordingly. Okay, you can tell them like that. And the next question goes like negative, sorry, the negative in test cases for login. Okay, so nothing but you can give a simple examples like invalid credentials, empty fields, SQL injection inputs, and incorrect formats, locked user. You can give all these cases as negative test cases. Okay, next, what are the scenarios that comes for login, payment, search, and filter? I mean, they are asking for the combined and common scenarios. You can tell them it's we can validate valid or invalid inputs, UI behavior, and error messages, performance cases, and then edge cases. Okay, so this is how you can answer. And then the next question they asked is on how to handle the non-reproducible bugs. Okay, so to answer this, you can tell them we first check the logs, environment details, and data screenshots, and we add the detailed steps to reproduce and share the details to the developer. Okay, the next question goes like how to handle bugs found in the production. You can answer this question like prioritize immediately, analyze the root cause with the help of developer, provide hotfix, and add regression test. Okay, so the next question goes like how to decide test coverage when time is limited. You can answer this question like focus on critical paths, high risk areas, and frequently used features. These are set of 10 important manual testing interview questions they asked in the round one. The next set of interview questions are based on automation, which is a combination of Selenium with Java. Okay, so let's get started. The difference between implicit wait and explicit wait. Okay, so the implicit wait is nothing but a global wait. Explicit wait is nothing but a wait for a specific condition. Okay, and the next question goes like, what is WebDriver wait and its usage? It's used to wait until the element is visible or clickable before performing any action. Okay, this is how you can answer. And then next question goes like handling multiple browser windows. We can use get window handles method, and we can switch to the multiple browsers using loop conditions. Okay, they might ask you to write the code, but this is how you can tell them if there is a telephonic round or a quick round. Okay, and then the next question goes like dynamic XPath. Can you write a dynamic XPath for Amazon product ratings, or how do you write the dynamic XPath? Okay, guys, it's based on the locator or the element they give in the uh, interview. So you can write the XPath using contains and starts with, and many other XPath options are available. So explore them. So this is how we can write the dynamic XPath for dynamically changing values or attributes. Okay. The next question goes like the different types of locators and which is preferred most. There are different types of locators: ID, name, XPath, CSS, class name, tag name. Okay, the preferred one is ID and then CSS and then XPath. Guys, they might ask you why we prefer CSS when compared to XPath. Okay, so you can tell the actual reason like forward compatibility and backward compatibility. XPath has a backward and forward compatibility since it's slow because of this reason, whereas CSS is a bit faster because it only has the forward compatibility. Okay, so this is how you can answer. And then the next question goes like, what is page object model and why it is used? You can tell page object model separates the page elements and logic for better maintenance. Okay, this is how you can answer. The next question goes like, how do you handle stale element issues? You can handle the stale element by relocating the element or by using explicit wait before the actions. Okay, the next set of interview questions are based purely on Java. So, what's the difference between interface versus abstract class? You can tell in high level like interface only contains abstract methods, whereas abstract class can contains both abstract and concrete. That's non-abstract methods. Okay, so this is the major difference between interface and abstract. Next, the OOPS concepts with framework example. Guys, there are four pillars: encapsulation, polymorphism, abstraction, interface, and many other static. All this comes under OOPS concepts only. So the detailed answer have provided in the notes that and have provided the link in the description. Please go through them. Okay. The next question is based on what is string immutability. It's nothing but string value cannot be changed once created. Okay, that is why we call the string immutability. The next questions are based on coding task. The first question goes like find the second most repeating character in a given string interview and then move all ovals to the left, consonants to the middle, and special characters to the extreme right. Okay. The third question goes like reverse string without build using built-in methods. Okay, so these are the three programming questions. Fourth question was based on theory, checked versus wanted to know the difference between checked versus unchecked exceptions. Checked exception is nothing but compile time exception, and whereas unchecked exception is a runtime exception. Okay, you can give some examples. Okay, and also guys, they might ask you to explain what is custom exception, and they might ask you some sample code for this. Okay, be thorough with that. Yeah, the next set of questions are based on API testing, that's using Postman and REST assured tools. Let's get started. Okay, so for initial question, as usual, it's asked in every interview. It's a common HTTP status codes. You need to define which are common across while working in real time. Okay. The next set of interview question is difference between get versus post versus put versus patch. Okay. You can give the high level answer I have mentioned here. Okay. Then the next question goes like basic rest assured script for script plus for request plus status validations. Okay, so this is also a bit straightforward question where you can send the request, validate the status code, and then validate the response body. Guys, they might give you the response data and they might ask you to write a piece of rest assured code for that. Okay, be thorough with it. Then the next questions are based on Git. Okay, what's the difference between merge versus rebase? And what's the difference between pull versus fetch? And then how do you handle merge conflicts? For this question, you can tell we manually resolve the conflicts and we do the commit again. And then what are the steps to commit and push the code? Okay, so this is also a bit straightforward questions. So these are some of the important interview questions that asked in Deloitte round one. Guys, if you are looking for ultimate end-to-end QA automation mastery kit, that's a complete job preparation kit where we have designed this start for those who are from 0 to 15 plus years of experience, and it contains lot of study materials, interview questions, sorry, company-wise interview questions along with detailed answers, notes and PDFs, cheat sheets, everything it contains in a single package. It's at very affordable price. Please do check out and let me know if you are interested. I have provided the link in the description. There are many users who are already using this service and have been placed in multiple companies. Please do check out once. Okay, the link is provided in the description box. Let me know if you have any doubts or queries or questions in the comment box or in the email. Thank you so much for watching my video. All the best for your next interview. Keep rocking, keep testing. Thank you.